Welcome, fantasy football enthusiasts, to a journey into the heart of player projection innovation. In a realm where athleticism meets statistical prowess, a revolutionary neural network model emerges. Imagine, if you will, a world where incoming rookie running backs are not merely evaluated on their potential, but their actual destiny in the fantasy football arena. Enter our neural network machine learning model, meticulously crafted to predict the pinnacle of a rookie running back's career by harnessing the power of their physical traits, their athletic prowess, the NFL draft capital that player receives, alongside a treasure trove of their college statistics. Our model embarks on a quest to unveil the fantasy football prodigies of tomorrow. Join us as we delve deep into the inner workings of this groundbreaking technology. Today, we're going to unveil the 5 best and 5 worst calls within our neural network model, from exhilarating successes to humbling revelations. Witness the triumphs and tribulations of player projection like never before. Prepare to be captivated as we unravel the mysteries of fantasy football prognostication and peer into that crystal ball of player potential. Get ready to embark on an unforgettable journey through the highs and lows of our neural network model's predictions. Fasten your seatbelts and hold on to your fantasy football dreams, because adventure begins now, only on Zilla Fantasy Elite. Now that we've set the stage, let's peer behind the curtain and uncover the inner workings of our neural network machine learning model. Strap in as we dissect the intricate mechanisms that power our predictions and illuminate the path to fantasy football enlightenment. At the core of our model lies a robust database, as always, meticulously curated with over 250 running backs data spanning since the 2013 NFL season. This treasure trove of information serves as the foundation upon which our predictive prowess is built. But what drives our model's predictive power? Enter the neural network. It's a complex web of interconnected neurons, meticulously designed to discern subtle patterns and relationships within the data. And through layers of computation and calculation, the neural network learns from past performances to forecast future outcomes. Yet, prediction is not a simple task. It's actually a journey of exploration and iteration for us. So our model undergoes rigorous training and testing, with 80% of the running backs in the database used to train the algorithm. The remaining 20 are reserved to test that algorithm. It goes through 30 epochs, basically figuring out what inputs had the largest strength or the largest correlation to the output, which is fantasy points per game. It'll do this 30 epochs, basically training this algorithm. And at the end of that, it says, hey, I know what inputs have the greatest impact for the output. I'm going to make a prediction based off of this prospect's inputs, and then it makes a prediction based off of that. But this process is actually repeated 100 times. So it's going to reshuffle the 80% of the running backs that it used to validate. And then it's going to take a new set of 80 and see, hey, what inputs are being used to make this 80% the most accurate prediction. And then it's going to do another prediction there. And it actually repeats this 100 times, which actually enables our model to explore a vast array of potential outcomes and really refines its predictions to unprecedented levels of accuracy. And the journey doesn't really end there. With each new NFL season, our model evolves to reflect the ever-changing landscape of fantasy football. New rookie and veteran running backs who earn 80 opportunities in a season, and then those veterans who bested their career best are seamlessly integrated into the database at the end of the season, enriching our model with fresh insights and updated performance metrics. So there you have it. That's the intricate machinery behind our machine learning model. Today, we're going to be looking at the 5 best calls from the neural network model that we had in 2023. We're going to go from the 5th all the way down to the best call from the neural network model. So coming in at number 5 was Kendre Miller, the New Orleans running back, ranked number 26th in both average and maximum career best fantasy points per game predictions by the neural network model. Kendre Miller's performance during the 2023 season validated the model's assessment. Despite high expectations from some analysts, Miller struggled to establish himself on the field, managing just a 13.6% snap share, despite the suspension of Alvin Kamara to start the season and Jamal Williams missing 4 of the first 5 games. In the preseason, he recorded 22 carries for 42 yards and a touchdown, averaging just 1.9 yards per carry. During the regular season, Miller's production remained limited, totaling just 41 carries for 156 yards at a 3.8 yards per carry clip, along with 10 receptions for 117 yards. Miller's underwhelming performance aligned closely with the model's predictions, suggesting that his fantasy impact in the NFL may be minimal. Coming in at number 5 is Zach Evans, the Los Angeles Rams running back. Despite being highly regarded by many pre-draft rankings, the neural network model ranked Zach Evans as a 32nd prospect out of 36 running backs assessed in 2023. Contrary to some expectations from analysts, Evans' performance aligned closely with the model's predictions. With just a 2.5% snap share and limited opportunities, he struggled to make an impact on the field, managing just 9 carries for 19 yards, averaging a mere 2.11 yards per carry, and was not targeted in the passing game on the season. Evans' underwhelming performance validated the model's assessment, indicating that his NFL prospects might be limited. Getting into the number 3 call is Roschon Johnson, the Chicago Bears running back. He projected as a 26th prospect in median career best fantasy points per game predictions by the neural network model. Roschon Johnson's rookie season reflected the model's expectations. Despite receiving ample opportunities, Johnson's fantasy output remained modest, averaging just 6.81 fantasy points per game. He recorded 81 carries for 352 yards and 2 touchdowns, along with 40 targets, 34 receptions, and 209 receiving yards. Johnson's performance aligned closely with the model's predictions, indicating that his impact in the NFL may be limited despite having active involvement in 15 games throughout the season. Now getting into number 2, we're going to get into some excellent calls that were very productive for people's fantasy rosters. Number 2, the Devon Achane call, the Miami running back. Devon Achane emerged as one of the top prospects according to the neural network model, ranking number 2 in average career best fantasy points per game predictions and boasting the highest ceiling in the 2023 class. And despite a modest snap share of 43.3%, Achane made a profound impact on the field, amassing 103 carries for an absolutely impressive 800 yards at a blistering 7.8 yards per carry. Additionally, he showcased his receiving abilities with 37 targets. He caught 27 of those for an additional 197 receiving yards and totaled 11 touchdowns on the season. His explosive playmaking ability translated into exceptional fantasy output, averaging 17.3 fantasy points per game and 1.36 fantasy points per opportunity. And now the number 1 call from the neural network model was Jaleel McLaughlin, the Denver running back. The neural network model forecasted Jaleel McLaughlin as the 6th best prospect out of 36 running backs, predicting an impressive career best in fantasy points per game. Despite entering the league as an undrafted free agent, McLaughlin's preseason performance turned heads with 21 rushes for 113 yards and 3 touchdowns, along with 7 receptions for 33 yards and another touchdown. That promising start earned him a spot on the 53-man roster for the Broncos, and throughout the 2023 season, McLaughlin showcased his versatility, accumulating 76 rushes for 410 yards and 1 touchdown, averaging a very healthy 5.4 yards per carry and contributing significantly in the passing game with 31 receptions on 36 targets for 160 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. McLaughlin finished the 2023 season with 112 total opportunities and was number 9 among all running backs in fantasy points per opportunity. That's going to do it for us today on the 5 best calls from the neural network model. We certainly hope you enjoyed this year in review series where we reviewed the RStudio model best calls and worst calls, the neural network best and worst calls. We're all about transparency here, and we want to provide you with the best information possible. Part of that is being transparent with what was working for each model and what wasn't. So we hope you enjoyed this series. It's only on Zilla Fantasy Elite.